there, this is me, Tino, and welcome to another edition of Tino Talks. And this edition is going to be quite a doozy, because I'm going to be talking about Hatred. So, Hatred is a isometric top-down shooter where you play as this guy. We don't know the name of this guy, but essentially he's out to get the world, it seems, and is killing all these unarmed civilians throughout the game. And from the trailer, it makes it quite like disturbing how he's kind of almost torturing these like civilians and stuff, and with like his monologue, like saying like, oh, he hates this world and he's gonna try to end it and stuff. Yeah. Again, it's causing quite a lot of controversy. So the developers, it's a new developer, they're called Destructive Creations, and yeah, apparently this is their first game as a group, and yeah, they were aiming for, what was it, a disturbing atmosphere and with like mass killing, as you are playing the villain, pretty much. So you're not the good guy, you are the bad guy in this. So with this game, again, it is causing a lot of controversy because of just how like unabashedly like no bullshit kind of thing, where it is pretty much a game that you just kill people. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it's causing quite a lot of stir because of that fact. It is also probably causing a stir because you are playing as a villain, and at least in the gaming community, we have dealt with like lots of different controversies about violence in video games, and it is kind of covering that kind of topic, this game Hatred. We have dealt with the violence in video games kind of topic for at least 20 years. We're starting from like Mortal Kombat to Doom, Grand Theft Auto, Manhunt. I remember like Mad World also being that kind of boat too, and Hatred has kind of become the next game to kind of challenge that in a way. I'm not sure if the mainstream media has picked up Hatred yet, but it has gotten quite a lot of talk around the gaming community right now of this game. So I was on the website for Destructive Creations and just reading about the game, and it is kind of interesting the fact that they're actually doing this. From what I read, they're trying to use it as a propaganda tool, in that they're trying to challenge the politically correctness of gaming and also challenging the higher art of gaming. I'm guessing that they're trying to challenge that because, admittedly, we're trying to get to that point where, you know, games like Journey, for instance, and Limbo, they're trying to create that high art kind of thing where, you know, games can be beautiful and they can have like meaning and other, you know, stuff like that. Where Hatred is trying to challenge that, which I think is really interesting, actually, because with gaming and covering heavy topics, there has been, you know, a good amount of games that have kind of at least tried to cover different types of heavy topics that, say, movies have been doing for generations now. And gaming still has a kind of stigma of like, well, it's just a game. And even on their website, it's saying like, well, it's just a game, at least in terms of, you know, don't go out and shoot people and stuff. So I know that, like, you know, games like, say, Grand Theft Auto 5, they covered like torture in it, for instance, and then games like BioShock Infinite, where they cover a variety of different political kind of stuff that's in there, which I'm not going to get into. But with Hatred, it's they're trying to actually like make this a game where you are the villain killing innocent people, and yeah, it's kind of, I guess, interesting in a way. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because it is somewhat of a unabashedly just trying to say like, this is a game that you just kill a whole bunch of people. You know, no ifs, ands, or buts. And it's so much like gritty and like raw, and like the main character with his opening monologue in the trailer is like, I hate this world and I want to see it end, or something like that. Yeah, pretty heavy stuff. So even with that, with the game coming out, actually because of the subject matter that they're kind of covering with this game, they were making the game with the Unreal Engine, and they were showing off the logo in, I think, the first run of the trailer, and Epic Games actually said, hey, we have no part of this, probably because either they don't really have anything to do with it, but probably because of the subject matter of the games, that, hey, we don't have anything to do with this, just, you know, can you please kindly take our logo off and be done with it. And, you know, they did. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, even Unreal and like even Epic Games is like, whoa, it's gonna come down a bit. Let's take our logo off of that. We're not associated with that. We don't want any bad press or something. So that's pretty much it for me talking about Hatred, the game. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it or not. It is a really interesting game in terms of just trying to challenge the quota or challenge what we think about games. There has been lots of, you know, well, not lots, but a good portion of games that try to challenge what we think of as a game. And Hatred is trying to, I guess, challenge what kind of games we could play, instead of, you know, playing as, you know, from military shooters to plumbers to Hatred, where you play as a guy just killing civilians. Now, I'm gonna keep track of this game and see like what's gonna happen with it, because there's bound to be more controversy in upcoming months when this game is eventually gonna come out. So again, this is Tino, and this was Tino Talks covering about Hatred. So, see you guys later.